everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Q&Q Sports Desk. I'm your host, Kevin Mahoney, the athletic director over at Quincy High School, alongside my co-host, JJ Nyemke, the athletic director over at North Quincy. JJ, Happy New Year. Good to be back after the holidays, and we're getting kind of right into the swing of things with our winter schedules.
Yeah, absolutely. It was. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season, great, Christmas and New Year's, and now it's good to be back and finishing off the second half of our winter season. So we're getting right into it. We have a huge basketball game coming up tomorrow. Quincy versus North Quincy. Girls varsity basketball will be starting at 5:30 over at North Quincy High School gym, and boys varsity will follow that at 7 p.m. Over at North Quincy side, our boys basketball team has been doing well. They're 3 games away from the tournament, so it's been an exciting year for the boys. They're being led by a great group of seniors in Aaron Hung and Tyler Lee and Kobe St. Marie, with a great supporting cast in juniors and Ugwu and Steve Dalla. So it's been a really great season for them. And our girls basketball too is showing a lot of promise too as well. They're very young. They have a solid 3 seniors that are really doing a great job of leading the group, but a majority of the team is very young. So it's looking very bright for our girls basketball team as well.
Awesome. Yeah, it's we're looking forward to tomorrow night. Usually brings out a good crowd, and the whole city comes out for those games. So should be fun. On the Quincy side, the boys team is kind of off to a struggling start. A lot of young kids, like you were referring to with your girls team. Not a ton of seniors on the team, and a lot of these kids were JV players last year, or some guys that didn't get a lot of minutes at the varsity level. So they're just trying to transition into the varsity levels. Just the speed of play and everything's a little bit different. But they picked up wins against Pembroke and Weymouth, and hopefully to turn things around coming to the end of the season. The girls' side's doing pretty well. They're 7-5 right now, so we're only 3 games away from the tournament. Very senior heavy. They have like 5 senior captains: Allison McMorrow, Juliana Tracy, Grace Hoban, Jill O'Toole, and Brenna Tobin. So they've been leading the charge for that group, and they've been playing pretty solid as of late. At the beginning of the season, they were a little down, played against some tough competition. But right now, as we're hitting league play, we're starting to see some solid output by everybody. So should be a fun night tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. Oh, yeah. And we'll transition now to the ice and our hockey programs. On the Quincy side, the boys team, once again, also a very young group this year. Last year we had a bunch of seniors that were the majority of the goal scorers, majority of the playing time was there. So, and we had a new goalie who's a sophomore this year, so he's just seeing that varsity action. But they're coming along. They picked up 2 wins over the holidays break and whatnot as we came back. So things are looking up, I think, for them, and as they transition. And the girls team, our Q&Q girls, have shown some promise, like as of late. They got 2 wins in their last 2 games, so that's great to see, and two ties before that. But all the games have been really close. 1-goal game, 1 or 2-goal games, and in particular, Maggie Lynch over at Quincy High, as a freshman, has 28 goals in 11 games. So phenomenal start.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I know the last couple of games she had 4 goals, and then she had 2 last night. So that's awesome and promising for the program.
Yeah, it's exciting to see our girls ice hockey team doing so well, especially with those seniors. Such a young group, and they're playing absolutely phenomenal now. Like you said, they have no problem scoring goals. Yeah. They had a couple 9-9 ties here, 5-5 ties here, so they're just right on the cusp there. So it's exciting to see what the future holds for them and how they finish off the second half of the season. So we're really proud of our girls. I know on the North Quincy side, we have an unbelievable sophomore in Orla O'Driscoll, who's doing a great job. She's up there and scoring goals and with assists too as well, so she's doing a great job. So it's exciting to see how they continue for the second half of the season. As the North Quincy boys ice hockey team, they're doing well. They're doing well. It's been kind of a roller coaster season for them. Full with some adversity and some shining moments too as well. Yeah. So, but they're starting to click now, and hopefully they finish strong for the end of the second half of the season. They picked up some key wins over the holiday break too as well, as we won the Quincy Holiday Tournament. And it was such an exciting game against the Quincy North Quincy game. Went to double overtime. So anytime in hockey when you go to double overtime, it's always exciting, and such a unbelievable atmosphere too as well. So that was great to really see them there. So so we're excited about the rest of the hockey season. So yeah, it was great. It was great.
Good. Yeah, and then you know, for the rest of our winter teams, most of them Q&Q with our swim, wrestling, and track. On the wrestling side, things are kind of looking up right now. The numbers are looking good. They've been in a lot of close battles. They picked up a couple wins. They picked up a win on Pembroke, and then we just had a quad this past weekend where they beat Barnstable. Nice. So things are looking good. Coach Lane's doing a good job with the kids from both Quincy and North Quincy. In particular, there's a senior, Tyler Rawls. I think he's in our heavyweight class, but he's done fantastic this year, picking up wins, I think, in his last like 4 or 5 matches. So you know, hopefully he'll continue, and then as they get further along in the season, they'll have that chance to show what they've learned and where they can go in like the sectional individual tournament and stuff like that. So it'll be exciting to see it for the wrestlers.
Nice, yeah, absolutely. And just on the North Quincy side of that, I know sophomore Mike Colantonio has been doing an unbelievable job for wrestling too as well. And you know, his main sport's soccer, but he's been wrestling since he was in 6th grade in the middle school program there, and he's really starting to shine and really starting to, you know, really excel. So we're excited about Mikey Colantonio and the rest of the Q&Q wrestling squad and how they finish off the rest of the season. And like you said, Coach Pat Lane is doing an amazing job leading that program and kind of turning it around with the last few years. So congratulations to Coach Pat Lane and the wonderful job that he's doing too. So
the as you said, that middle school program is right now it's actually ongoing as well. So and you can just kind of see the you know, once they get to high school, what they've learned in the middle school, they're starting to really build on those basic skills and now starting to take that next step. So it's great to see you know, the middle school programs and how that translates to high school. Exactly.
That's awesome.
And the swim program's doing pretty good. First year head coach Shay Aguirre is doing a great job with the boys and the girls over at Lincoln Hancock. I think they've had about 6 meets now. Both teams are about 500, maybe 2 or 3 wins each. So they've obviously shown some great promise as well. Numbers are fine on that side of things, both the boys and the girls. And we're looking forward to the Patriot League Championships coming up soon. Yeah,
we have the Patriot League Championships next weekend, Saturday, February 1st and Sunday, February 2nd over at Lincoln Hancock Swimming Pool. Starts at 9:45 for the girls, and then the boys starts at 2:45 in the afternoon. But it's always a fun-filled day, very exciting. A lot of people in and out, but it's always a great atmosphere over at Lincoln Hancock. So it should be a great job there. So we're excited for that. And then I think I finished off with the Q&Q indoor track. Yeah, they're having an unbelievable season here. Our boys just finished 2nd in the Patriot League with a 3-1 record. And then our girls are doing a wonderful job too as well. They just went 2-2. You know, on the North Quincy side, we're being led by Sarah Pallone, who's a senior, who's always done an amazing job and had a great 4-year career too as well. In indoor track, she you know, excels in the 55-meter hurdles and the long jump. So she's doing a great job there. And also Mike Gordon doing an unbelievable job too, throwing the shot put as well. So we're excited for, you know, how the future progresses with that, and the Q&Q squad's doing great. And I know you guys have some wonderful runners too as well.
Yeah, they last night they played Plymouth South. Both teams won, both the boys and the girls. As you said, boys finished 2nd in the league, which is great to see. Coach Hennessy's always get the kids going you know, as hard as they can. On the boys' side, Brian Guttro is doing a great job. I think he does 2 different events each time. Robert Cannon, who excels in cross country, so he does the mile, 2 mile. He's been doing great. Ahmad Powell throwing the shot put as well, and then a couple girls, Leslie Acevedo is doing well as well, and Michelle Chen. So there's a lot of promise of the track, and you know, it's great to see. And you know, I think right now they'll have our championships coming up for the league, and then they'll do their, you know, all the individual stuff with the all states and all that stuff. So it's you know, it's great to see. So
yeah. Overall, it's been just an absolutely amazing winter season, and you know, we're excited, and we can't wait to come back in February and tell you how each team how each team seasons has been finalized, and all the awards that we have for our kids too as well, and all the upcoming spring sports that we have coming up too as well. So very exciting time. So we just want to thank you all for joining us here today.